let myself down now. I've entered myself a residential area. Yeah, so if you watched my channel back in the day, when I say back in the day, I mean like 12 months ago. I launched the channel really about 18 months ago, and the first car, if you're an early subscriber, you'll remember, was a 458 Speciale. So it is so cool and like fantastically nostalgic to be able to say welcome back to a 458 Speciale. Second of all, there was a running joke for quite a long time that it wasn't a Mr. JWW video if it wasn't raining. Well, we've actually had a sort of pseudo summer here in England. In fact, the last 2 weeks have been pretty hot and beautiful. And now I'm back in a Speciale and filming again. It has started to rain. so we really are truly back to form. But two really important and really cool things are happening today. Off the back of Goodwood, the car's filthy. I haven't had it washed since. And I'm just nipping to Signature Group to A, get it washed, and B, try and fix my number plate back on. I don't know what it is. I think there's a film on the front of the car that just isn't allowing the plate to adhere properly, so we're going to clean that down and stick that back on. And the big news is, later on, I'm going to go back into London and pick up the suit for my wedding. Yeah, ridiculous. More on that later, because I'm just approaching Signature now. But, those shifts, absolutely mad. Yeah, big days, man, really big days. And yeah, I'm really excited to share it further with you guys. So, let's fix up this car and then head into town for what is going to be a ridiculous day. Yes, back at Signature Group. I haven't been here for quite a while, namely because I've been on the road for so long, but also just things have been busy. But what I love is coming here to check out what new stuff they've got going on, because it's always fascinating to see what new cars are coming in and out of the work they're doing. This in particular is a mahogany brown Carrera 4S cab. Really nice details on it. Apparently the guy who ordered it, it took him 9 months for the car to arrive because he had such bespoke work on it. I actually really like, it's a feature that maybe I've overlooked on the previous cars, but these slats, the vertical slats, are the same color as the car. Now, I would imagine for Porsche, it would have been really easy to have just done those in a normal black plastic, and it's really subtle because it's obviously a dark shade anyway, but right there, you can see that these vertical slats are the same color as the actual body on the car, which I really, really like. Small details. The wheels are super cool. And Signature are doing a full paint detail on this, and then they're going to end up doing full body PPF, which is no small job on a car with intricacies like that. Pretty cool. I love seeing Porsches which are outside of the normal sort of spec realm. And then, brand new Discovery. I see a lot of these on the road, but never in a paint like this. It's like a copper color. Sorry that I don't know the official name for it. But again, this has come in again for a full body paint protection. I think he's gonna have at least the front end done in paint protection film as well, because it'd be a real shame to get this looking that good. I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful the paint is. This has just come out of its first stage and already it's looking amazing. So yeah, if he's not doing, he really should do a front end PPF at least on this, because this paint, it is a stunning shimmering copper. I love that. Very, very cool. And this fabulous 570S is in volcano yellow. It's a beautiful pearlescent yellow. You can't really see it underneath these skylights, despite the fact that all of these panels aren't a contrasting carbon. Because it is so heavily contrasting against this yellow, it still looks absolutely awesome. JWW. Yeah. So it was like that size almost, and it used to fit quite well there. Yeah. But because this is a full size plate, or sort of a larger size, it's difficult on this car. I mean, if you put it like that, this sculpture here just goes. Yeah. problem is, we've got parking sensors here. They don't like it if you do that. I mean, this would go there if it wasn't so high.
Yeah, but then it looks a bit naff with it sticking out. Measure this.
Yeah.
It is 42.
Okay.
And line those two up.
Line it up. Yeah?
Yeah.
It doesn't look that bad. But it's huge. So yeah, took the measurement, central of the badge, measured off the 2 points of the parking sensors, which gave us this line, and then we lined up with the central point of the badge, of the plate. So hopefully, oh mate, we need to scrub this off the car. So we got some weird budget line. Yeah, so hopefully that's pretty central. It doesn't look too bad. You know, certainly for the purpose of being legal anyways, it's good, but definitely gonna have to get a sticker made up. I mean, from afar it might look okay, but when you get up to it, look at this massive overhang. Look at that. And when you're around about here, it's just this like thin air of space around the plate. Yeah, really not cool having that big overlap there. Again. So a lot of people have been asking me what is the next project, or the next thing to be happening with the Speciale. From a filming point of view, we've got a track day coming up, and that's predominantly one of the reasons why I've held off getting the exhaust fitted so soon, is because I want to do a track day in this car before that, because as soon as you put an exhaust on, the volume levels are going to go through the roof, and I'm going to get kicked off every track day that I can possibly go on. As much as I love tracking cars, I don't spend that much time on track, and these days, to be honest, if I am going to do some track time, I'm going to try and spend more time in actual track cars or race cars. So one track day in this car, which is happening next week. Yeah, experience what this thing's like, have a play with the traction off, and then I'm going to play around with exhaust, which I've asked quite a few of you guys to give feedback on Instagram. Lots of people have said Novitec, frequency intelligence, IPE, but I'm also toying with doing a similar thing to what Paul Wallace did and get a bespoke, completely custom-made exhaust, so I can more sort of fine-tune the characteristics of how I might want this car to sound, which to me is really, really appealing. Sooner or later, this thing's going to sound insane. Anyway, just had the front plate stuck back on the car. Not entirely happy with the aesthetics of it, but you got to be legal, so it is what it is. And yeah, now I'm heading back into London to go and try on a suit for my wedding. Which of all the crazy things which are happening right now, that is by far the most craziest. I haven't quite grasped that that's happening. I've been working with Hackett and Aston Martin lately. When I went to the Hackett store before we drove down to Le Mans, something caught my eye there, and I just thought I'd go back, perhaps try it on, and if it goes well and I like it, then I'm going to delve into that. I've seen a shop with people I know than people I don't. Anyway, it has to be fitted and whatnot, and I like the guys there, so I'm going to go and spend some time with those guys. Finally made it to Hackett. This is Neil from Hackett. Wave Neil. He's the guy who's very kindly taken me along to all of the awesome experiences lately. Check it out. Monograms. We got all sorts of things here. Look at the amount of options you can have just for your buttons. Embroidery on the neck. Custom cuffs. This is going up. Wow. I mean, that is some patriotic action. Can you imagine? This here. Top hat. Top hat. Lads. Neil, we gotta rock a top hat, bro. This one's ever so slightly too large. But it's cool. Do you know what? I feel like on this day I could be as eccentric as we could possibly get.
Not too much.
Jeremy
wouldn't like. Jeremy wouldn't like it.
Gold canes. I'm just playing with canes. Have you really? You see that? Look at this gent.
Might just be a prop.
This gent is rocking the business.
It's white tie, you see. That's why you wear a bowler hat with a white tie.
The white.
Don't top that even.
Yeah. So Gumball now, this is their 19th year. Obviously, next year is the big one because they're doing. Last time they went around the world was in 2006, I think, and it's like to do London to Tokyo involves like 2 aeroplanes. Well, 2 flights, probably 4 airplanes, one for the cars, one for the passengers. But I'm not sure which way it goes yet. I don't know if it goes the European side or the American side.
Okay.
But it'll be interesting anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's receptive.
Yeah.
It's the beard.
Can wear around two, generally it says 2 fingers.
Yeah.
4 fingers rolling around here. But in the front of the chest, you see you have room in here.
Yeah, he's alright. That's there. It fits.
Yeah.
No, it fits.
If I
That's
have
fine.
15 and a half, you drop in here. So
Okay.
that's 15 is alright for you.
Okay.
See that? If you
Yeah,
see,
sorry.
it's just above your thumb here.
Okay.
And when you wear a jacket, it will lift up. So you're around 34 sleeve length.
Is that okay across the back?
Yes, because
once
that will be the case for all
Yeah.
the time. It's just when you have a movement, you should have a room. But if you stand straight, you see,
Yeah, you don't any bigger than that.
straight,
Yeah.
and here on the lats,
Yeah.
the waist, you have a lot of room in here for movement.
Yeah.
So I will suggest bigger than that.
Yeah.
It will be too much.
That's the story of my life. When I get something on now, the first thing I do is that, just to make sure
No,
how it
true.
feels across the
True.
shoulder. But
Very
on this
true.
day, I'm not going to be driving that much or at
So
all.
also,
it should-
if I
it should be
say
okay.
when you do this,
Yeah.
if you see here,
Yeah.
in the fabric on your drapes and
Sure.
under the lap.
Yeah.
So if you do this, if you don't have this fabric here, if you try to do the arms again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Cool.
So
You're
now
not surprised
it's
that I'm a 14. So you have a child's
That's a
neck.
50.
Okay, it's a 15.
So of course later on when you drunk and everything, you can do that and
Yeah.
it looks cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's done. Right?
Sure.
Well,
Yeah,
I've seen
true.
people turn up to events like that. And make
You're like,
mate,
that's
so
not an effort.
Some of them they keep the pre-tied.
Yeah.
They wear the pre-tied.
And afterwards they-
dinner or something, they will
Oh,
do
yeah,
that way.
yeah, right, I've seen that.
And
So,
they
God, these are
do
big these days.
take it off and then they put it that way, and
Yeah.
that's in the pocket.
Hilarious.
Labels on stuff.
Well, that was pretty awesome. Back to the underground car park now to pick up the car. Speciale's here. This thing looks so good every time I come back to it. I'm wowed by this paint job. Not so wide by this number plate, but it will be fixed soon. But yeah, Hackett really sorted me out last minute. I've just the last few months have been so ridiculous that I've left it till the last minute. I'm picking the suit up literally a few days before my wedding. It's not ready yet, it has to be fitted and stuff, so I'm gonna give it until next week, pick it up, get married. Absolutely mad. Anyway, gonna cruise on out of town now. As always guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao.